America-wides. Today we're hanging out with Marie Faustin. She's a super funny New York native, just like me. Now, FYI, we did shoot this way back in early March, and since then, it's been a super busy 6 months. To me. Oh, okay. I mean, why is it all about trains, you guys? Hi, I'm Ernie. Ooh, Squid's on the menu tonight, Ernie. Hey, Ernie, save some for me. This is funny people making food.
Funny people making food. Yeah.
Wow, Erica.
Hello.
Thank you. So good to see
Thanks
you.
for having us.
Welcome. I own the whole building.
Oh, very nice. Marie Faustin. Hello.
Hi.
Thank you so much for having us to your charming apartment. I mean, we're practically neighbors.
We are.
I took the bus.
Don't you love the bus? I will say, whenever I take the bus, I do feel kind of poor.
Yeah, it makes me feel kind of down with the people. I like that.
A woman of the people.
Yeah. We sat down for our usual pre-pro meeting with you.
Right.
And said, Marie, what would you like to cook? What did Ms. Marie come up with?
Ta-ta-da-da! Paella!
Paella! Ole! You should do a little. What do they do in Spain? Oh, flamenco.
I don't actually know.
Castanets.
Never been.
Woo. Okay, so paella.
I had it in Miami, which is, capital of Spanish.
Paella capital. You also just told me you dated someone from Valencia.
No. I went on a date with
a
a guy.
date. Okay.
From
Because
Valencia.
Valencia is actually the birthplace of the paella.
Actually, I went to his house and he cooked breakfast for me. And it was good, and then I never saw him again.
Was it
I ghosted this
a
man.
Valencia breakfast?
Yeah. And I was like, this is nice.
Ghosted him and he made you
Well, you know what it is? I ghosted him because he had too many roommates. That just makes me seem real evil. But this is my truth. I live alone.
Well, but it's New York, so you could be like 50 and have roommates here.
And definitely not my type.
Not dating you.
50?
No. It
Well, I
happens.
do know people like well into their 40s that have roommates and they have to like run the shower so their roommates don't hear them pooping. I poop with my door open.
Poop away, people. Everybody poops, right? So, like, why try to hide it?
Not in my house. If anybody needs to poop today, go to that church.
There. That church.
Jesus takes poop.
Jesus wants
Marie
you
does
to poop.
not.
Okay. Back to the paella.
Yes.
There are actually many different variations on paella.
I thought you were gonna say of poop. I'm so sorry. Yes. Please
Let's
continue.
move on
Yes.
from the poop.
Okay.
Okay. One of the really truest, purest forms of paella is made with rabbit and snails.
Okay, well, wow, yuck. Bugs Bunny paella, I'm all set.
Rabbit's actually really delicious.
And
And a very sustainable meat and is actually one of the proteins of the apocalyptic
what does
future. But
very sustainable meat mean?
they're like goats, like you don't have to raise food for them. You could have like a field of some, let's say, broccoli, right? And when you harvest all your broccoli, if you have all these trimmings and scraps, you just give them to your rabbits.
When I think of broccoli, I never really thought that it grows on the ground.
Do you think it grows on trees?
Maybe
Broccoli
they look like
tree.
little trees.
Now,
Okay.
let's talk about what I brought here.
Yes.
Well, of course, we have rice. This rice is called La Bomba rice.
La 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 bomba rice.
With an O. It doesn't get sticky. Really, what you want to use is like fresh chorizo, not a saucisse sec, like a saucisse frais.
Okay, yeah.
But I couldn't get any, so we're using that. We have to put some spices in. Now, of course, the most important one is the saffron.
Ooh, I've never seen saffron.
Oh, that's it.
So what is it,
That's
salt?
just salt. Yeah.
And then this is...
Turmeric.
And then this is...
That is pimenton, which is smoked paprika. You have garlic, peppers, onions. That's gonna form like the base. Then we're gonna finish with some peas. And we have our squid. So
Squid
our
sacks,
squid and our mussels are
Yes.
gonna be the seafood in our paella.
Okay.
We're also gonna garnish with some roasted red peppers.
Love it.
And some tomatoes go in there. So now, here's our mussels.
Okay.
Right, and you see how they're soaking in this bowl of
Cold water?
cold water, but also salty water. Basically, what you want to do with things like mussels and clams is you want to put them back in a little fake ocean, and then they hang out in there, and you trick them. Exactly.
Because they're like, oh, good to be home, and then
and they
shove a knife in their mouth.
They start sucking in that ocean water, thinking it's time to eat because they feed by filtering. And then when they suck in that water, they excrete out any grit, sand, dirt in their bodies.
Okay, yeah, because I see some things
you see all that floating? Yeah, that's all like mussel poop.
Mussel poop. Oops.
The other thing about the mussels is they don't just like float around free. They attach themselves to like rocks and piers and stuff like that.
So they be freeloading, yes.
Yeah, but they do that with this thing called the beard.
That's the beard?
That's a beard.
You're
It's
pulling
back.
it.
And it's pulling back because it's alive.
That's nasty.
Well, you want them to be alive because if they're dead, you'll get really sick. You want them to be alive.
Oh,
Yeah.
if they're dead, you get sick.
You want all your shellfish to be alive. Now, what's cool is this one mussel has this huge beard, and look what it's got on it.
Balls?
No, baby mussels. And that's very unusual, so that's why.
Zoom in on that! I'm
that?
gonna do this like a YouTuber. You see that? So on my face, I'm wearing Mac mussels.
We have to pull out the beards, but we don't want to do it until we're ready to use them because when you pull out the beards, yeah. So we're gonna do that, but not until we use them because they start to die when you yank out their beard. Okay, now these have to be cleaned. You're gonna do it too.
Yeah, sure.
Here's a squid for you. This one is semi-clean. Yeah. Okay, now what we want to do.
Yo, I'm sorry. This is.
It's beautiful.
Is it? I am beautiful.
It's nature.
In every single way. Yo, his eyes, he's looking right at me. This is, woo. So this is squid hair. Look at that. That's what I used to look like when I got my hair braided.
They're actually legs.
Oh, it's upside down.
So what we're gonna do here, first of all, is
Just.
no, you're gonna
Okay.
hold on to the legs,
Okay.
hold on to the body,
I was going to suggest that too.
and you're gonna just pull that whole little section
Woo!
right out.
Oh, it's so slimy. I can't do it. It's.
You've touched a lot worse.
Have I?
You date a lot.
What? That doesn't mean I'm touching things that are nasty. That means I eat and then I ghost.
All right, just pull.
Ugh, I can't. It's.
Marie.
Whoo. Oh.
Oh, okay, it's okay. Here.
Is it just what?
There. We're gonna take a little puke break. We'll be right back. So this is like its guts, and then you see this little like silvery, almost looks like a tadpole. That's the ink.
Oh.
Because watch when I break this. But on the cuttlefish, it's much, much bigger, so you can kind of harvest it. What we're gonna do is look inside here. Okay, put that down.
Yeah,
All
but
right.
look, when this piece hits stuff, it like gets wet almost. Wet. Okay, what?
Okay, put it down. Okay, now let's stay focused. Now
Okay.
look inside of here. That's called the beak.
Okay, that's the mouth.
So we're gonna basically just pull that right out.
You just pulled the beak out?
Yeah.
Oh, girl. We should have made peanut butter and jelly sandwiches or something. Cause... Wait a minute.
Woo!
Beach. Oh, yuck.
We don't eat these, don't worry. And we're gonna cut
Yeah. Cut where?
right below the eyes here. So like that. There you go. And then you put it on your finger and animate it, make a little,
Well, mine got a long
little
piece.
skirt. That's okay. That's one of the legs.
Oh, my squid must be black.
Is that a reference to my very short legs?
Sure. Yes, it is.
Okay. Watch what we're gonna take out
Oh,
of the
we
body.
putting our fingers in more. Okay, girl.
That is its skeleton.
Oh, wow.
It's called the quill.
And we
Quill.
did it.
Yeah. 2 quills. Ta-da! Boop. Garbage. You're gonna basically just like run your finger along it like that. Anything inside is gonna come out.
Ooh-wee.
Or sometimes you find eggs, things like that.
Squigs is what we call
Squigs.
those. Is that a squig?
No, it's just guts. Okay, now last step, we have to peel. You see this pink skin?
Oh, like a wallpaper. Okay, cute. I can't get it off the wings.
It's okay, you can leave that. Oh, that's fine. That little bit is okay. You're good. We're gonna just cut this up. in little rings like that.
That's the calamari
That's
that
the
I
calamari,
love.
see? You know, about a half inch.
Oh yeah, you're doing a great job.
Well, I'm a pro. I was not on high fidelity.
Wow, this knife is not a good knife.
That's my knife. So hold the squid and push the knife forward.
Okay,
Forward.
yep,
Yeah,
doing
see?
it.
Yeah.
Yep, nope, up.
Hold the squid stable.
What if I roll it a little bit, you know, like a fruit roller? And we're done.
And we're done. Woo! And this is where we're going to put our saffron
Love
into the stock.
Okay.
Saffron is water soluble, so you put it into liquid first, like 2/3 of it,
Okay.
because it's pretty strong.
I
And
know.
actually, with saffron, like more is not better. Okay, so we heated up our chicken stock and saffron. These are just some little chili peppers. There's like a little trick if you want to make your peppers less hot. You take out the seeds. So let's
Yes.
just, we'll infuse that too.
Love that for us.
Why not? We're gonna start cutting things.
Yes.
So let's grab a couple slices of this
Couple
chorizo.
slices?
And what you really want are like little dice. You see how you're holding your knife?
Like a professional.
No, you want to be like this, up here.
Ooh, right here.
Yeah, there. Yeah.
Okay, well,
so
I'll
you get
just-
more power that way.
Okay. I feel like I'm in Ratatouille. You are the rat.
Oh, thanks. Okay, now we're gonna put our chorizo right in there. The reason it's orangey like this is because it is full of this pimenton.
Ooh.
We're gonna put that on, and we're gonna let that cook kind of slowly. Which one? This one, because we want to let some of that pimenton and some of the oil in there start to melt out. And while that's happening, now we have
Hold
to do.
2 seconds.
Okay.
Cody, can you get any of that?
Yeah, I got it actually.
Great, perfect.
Cody is on his job, okay?
He is.
Cody said, don't watch me, watch TV.
Okay, now we'll also add a little splash of olive oil. And we cut an onion. We keep the roots attached.
Okay.
Because that holds everything together.
Okay.
So what I would like you to do is just slice that stem end right off. There you go. We stand it up on that little safety base we just made.
Okay.
And we're gonna cut in half right through the root. And you just grab the corner and you peel. You know, we are on Amazon Prime on demand.
Amazon Prime. Wow.
On demand. If you watch on Amazon Prime on demand, I get 99 cents.
We have all the traffic.
Yeah, Amazon Prime on demand. You pay $1.99. I get half of that, but then I have to give half of it to them. No, is that not true? I thought I get 99 cents.
like a penny.
Oh, you think I know
No, he said I
From
get
Jeff
half.
Bezos?
Wait a minute, the guy who gave us the deal said I get half.
He lied. Men lie.
Wait a second.
Men at Amazon lie.
We'll talk about this
Okay,
later.
anyway. We're going to make parallel cuts.
Okay.
See, I'm not going through the back, through the root.
Yerp.
Right, like that. And now we go
Roll through.
forward. Forward. Watch how I do this. I don't try to lift the onions up because that's a waste of energy. I just use gravity. So now we're gonna turn this heat up.
Yes.
Let these start to cook a little bit. Now look at your garlic. See this like hollow indented end? So you're gonna take your knife and you're gonna cut that little end off.
The garlic butt.
The little butt of the garlic, right. Then you're gonna put your knife on top of it and make a fist and give it just a little tap. It cracks the peel.
Okay.
Put it back on your board and put your knife back on it again and boom. Now we're gonna mince. So you're gonna put your free hand on top of your knife like this.
Okay.
And you're gonna lift up and down just from the handle like that.
Wow, 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 wow,
Yeah,
wow,
just
wow,
from
wow,
the
wow,
handle.
wow. Wow, wow,
Just from the
wow.
handle.
Wait, I'm doing what you're telling me to do.
This hand.
Oh.
Keep this.
Okay, so
Keep the
sorry.
front anchored. And notice that we started our onions first and let them cook a while, and now we're adding our garlic. The garlic can burn,
Ooh.
so we put it in once we have kind of like a insulating bed of onions in there. Many people cut their peppers wrong.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna do it right. First of all, we slice off like the very, very top, just like that. But we keep them because peppers are expensive and we don't waste.
Oh, I'll be throwing all the peppers in the garbage. Okay, yes, show us.
Have you no respect for the food or the people who raised it or what went into it? What if you were a farmer?
I would be on farmersonly.com. And I would be in love with a dude who had a tractor and like a cow, maybe like a pig that lived in the house.
But he would never be with you if you were wasteful about food.
He would be with me. He'd be like, oh my God, big city girl.
Whatever fantasy you want to maintain. Now, what we want to do is we want to look at the architecture. Look for the flattest the sides, and then we do this. So we just get these nice flat pieces of pepper, and the seeds all stay in one little
Wow.
tidy bundle. Curve in a little at the bottom, so you don't. There you go.
Woo! You
Yep.
see how I picked it up right
Yep,
away?
just follow those curves.
Like I've been doing this for years.
You're a fast learner. See,
And
and
then-
then this just goes in the compost. Or
Oh,
in
we
your
don't
case,
compost here.
I know, the garbage. In your case, the garbage.
The floor.
The floor. Yep. We cut little
Okay.
baton, and then we want to dice. So the other way. Your first generation.
First generation Haitian American.
Yeah.
They wanted us to be doctors, lawyers,
Of
engineers.
course, yeah.
And as you can see, I'm doing all those things. We talking about architecture and we
Yeah.
talking about.
See, weirdly, even like as a Jewish immigrant child, I come from a long line of underachievers.
Oh.
So there was no pressure to really be anything.
Okay. Family
Yeah.
of losers.
Yeah,
Cool.
basically family of losers.
My parents have never seen me perform.
Of course not. I did a radio show podcast for 7 years. My mother never listened. She was like, I can't make it work. I can't figure it out.
Oh yeah, my mother was the same way. She was like, "What day is it on? What time? Same time every week,
Yeah.
same day every week," and she would still be
Yeah.
like, "Today."
When you grow up like first generation, it's like a whole different thing.
Well, I didn't
Really-
even know that I was different. You know what I mean? Like I thought everybody lived how I lived, right? So growing up, I spoke all three languages: French, Creole, and English. So I would go to school and assume that we all spoke like that, and they were like, "Oh, she's dumb." And I was in ESL for
Ready?
years.
Oh, because you actually were trilingual, but they thought you were.
They're like, "She's dumb,"
That's
but
so
I was
stupid.
really smart.
This is our like super flavorful base.
Yes.
Our foundation.
Yes.
So you're gonna just cut these into some julienne.
Julienne
Oui, oui.
strips.
Yeah, just nice thin strips. Yeah. It's time for rice
Ah,
activity.
yeah. Time for rice.
You're gonna add like a heaping spoonful of each of these.
Heaping spoon meaning that.
Yeah, that's good.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Like that.
A little less. Because turmeric can taste a little musty if you do too much. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
Perfect. Yep.
musty.
So now what we want to do is let those spices kind of toast up in there a
Woo!
little bit. Yep. This is how you get your spices to really like reach
Right.
their full potential. We're gonna add a little salt.
Woo! Salt Bay. Wait, you got.
Okay.
Hold on. Can I?
Can we not bring him up?
Bam! You got that? You got that? Yeah, you didn't get that. Okay. Well. Okay, wow. And then just dry rice.
Dry rice.
Wow.
And give it a good stir. What this step does is it toasts the outer coating of the rice, and that slows down the absorption rate, which gives us more
Okay.
flavorful rice, and also it's allowing all those spices and things to really infuse. So
whole
these are
thing.
diced tomatoes in juice, not this whole can.
Okay.
Just like a little bit, like that.
Woo!
Yeah. And please give that a stir. Okay, now we're gonna add our infused stock.
Okay, the whole thing.
No, not necessarily.
Oh, okay.
Just enough to kind of immerse our rice. So give that a little stir.
Okay.
Now the funny thing about paella is that you cook it uncovered. It'll come up to a simmer, which is this, a few lazy bubbles. And then once in a while we're gonna stir. Now traditionally you'd make paella in a paella pan, which is
Yes,
like
yes,
a
the
very
big-
big, very thin metal pan.
Okay.
And you cook it over like a blazing fire. The rice on the bottom of the pan gets really crusty. That's probably not gonna happen with this pan because it's not thin.
Okay.
Nonetheless, this will be delicious. You usually don't wanna stir very much because you don't wanna break up that crust on the bottom.
Right.
Yeah. What I like to do is not really stir, just kind of redistribute, just so that the rice all cooks really evenly.
I love that.
And the rice will cook by sucking up all that liquid, and then it'll be paella.
But what happened to the squid that we killed?
Oh my God, the squid and the mussels. Let's get them out of the fridge.
Did you forget?
No. So we're gonna add a little more stock. Because
Going
the
to add
rice
more.
is still pretty undercooked and it's already not that liquidy in here. So I'm gonna add a little bit more. So we need to debeard. So you just basically yank it out. You can use like tweezers or you can just yank them out like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this one doesn't
I'm
have a
gonna move
beard.
the peppers so we don't
It's a
drip.
child.
Well, what happens is they sense the danger and they pull their beard back in. They retract it.
Okay.
And we're gonna plant them right in here like this with the curved side up. You just don't want to put them in upside down because then when they open, they go like that and all their juice falls out.
This is like that scene in Arrival when they arrive. They're all like,
Exactly.
did you guys see that movie?
And then we're gonna add our squid.
Woo!
So basically, you can just like scatter it. You want
Wow.
to get the squid down into the heat. Now, when you cook squid, you want to be really, really careful because it can overcook like that. But the interesting thing about squid is you cook it for like a minute or you cook it for like an hour.
Okay.
There's
What?
no in between. If we kept cooking it, it would tenderize back out. It's this weird, like,
It's weird.
yeah. And then the last thing we're gonna add are some peas.
Oh, for the color.
Color to match your apron.
Oh, wow.
When you cook with mussels or any shellfish,
Uh-huh.
any that just flat out refuse to open,
Uh-huh.
they're telling you they're bad and you just throw them away.
That's beautiful.
So, you know, I have this motto, taste before you commit.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, perfect. Done.
Wow,
We're gonna
love
overcook
it.
that.
It's really sexy.
It's really sexy. Look at those mussels. Let's do it.
Wow.
So, here we go.
Wow. Okay.
Oh my God. Marie. So what I always like to get at in every episode with
Yes.
every guest is whether or not your childhood, your food life had any impact or effect on your comedy. I find that a lot of comics have some like major food issues. But I think you told us that no.
Totally healthy. I love food.
Yeah.
I like eating it.
Yeah.
I
You
like
have a very healthy approach to it. So
I
it
like
does
cooking
not
it
have
too.
any impact on your comedy.
No, but I do have stories about like my family is not like really affectionate. We ate at home basically all of our meals. Like we'd be like, I want to go to McDonald's or I want so and so, and my mom was always
No.
like, we have food at home. But she shows like love through food. Like I'll call her and the first thing she says to me is, "Did you eat today?" Or "What did you eat today?" And then I'll start listing things, and she's like, oh, "You're not eating. I'm sending you food," and she'll like send it to me.
In some languages, that's actually the greeting. Is not like hello, but it's did you eat today?
That's how we say I love you in my house.
Yeah.
Are you first generation too? Oh,
I did mention that much earlier, but you were
I was not listening.
you were a little wrapped up in yourself. So
What? Me?
Yeah.
Never.
yeah, I'm first generation on my mom's side. So what kind of food will she send over?
So my little sister lived in Washington, D.C. for a couple years. So my mom sent my brother and I down to D.C. with like
Like a
a
semi truck,
suitcase
like an
full of food.
18-wheeler full of Haitian food.
We got off the bus and I went to the bathroom and my brother left the suitcase.
Oh no! Where
Not-
on
not-
the bus?
Just like
On the street.
on the street somewhere.
Oh my god!
And so when I came out of the bathroom, there was like a crowd forming. They're putting up like
Oh,
crime
they thought
scene
it was a
tape.
bomb.
They thought it was a bomb. A dog came and like a little robot came and they like scanned the bag and then they like kicked it over and
And
then
what
they-
happened?
They opened it, and the way my mother packs food, she like it's in Tupperware, and then it's like taped, and then it's in a bag, and then it's taped.
So it looks like
It looks like drugs.
a pipe bomb. Oh, or drugs.
It looks like drugs.
I didn't even think of that.
It looks like drugs with a bomb in it. And then when we watched them open everything, we were like, oh, sorry, that's ours.
Like you finally fessed up.
Well, 'cause-
but wait a minute. But didn't you want the food?
Well, it was for my sister. I had already ate, so.
I know, but didn't you like want your mom's food to like make it there?
Yes. It made it. It just, you know.
Okay, so let's talk about your evolution as a performer and comedian.
Yes, let's talk
So,
about it.
were you a kid who always did theater?
No, I was
I'm
not a
gonna
theater
keep
kid.
eating while you're talking.
Like, I was always a liar.
Oh,
I always lied. So
A
a lot-
storyteller.
Right. Like, my mom is a storyteller. She'll go to the supermarket and come back with a story, and it's like, nobody cares. But she's like, let me tell you what happened when I went to Pathmark today.
Pathmark.
And it's like, we know. You bought some stuff. They didn't have some.
Right.
You got a rain check. You
You
came
shopped.
back.
You got a
and she's
rain-
like, well, let me tell you what happened. So the cashier, and it's like, but that's the type of person that my mom is. And my dad is kind of quiet. Like, he'll come in and try to like make a joke when my friends are over, and we're like,
Oh.
shut up, Sam.
that's such a dad thing.
I know. And he's like, oh, okay. Yeah, so my guidance counselor in high school was the first person to ever tell me to do stand-up.
Really,
And I was like, I can't get no scholarship for this. Shut up, Miss Bogan.
Ms. Bogan?
Miss Bogan. Hey, Miss Bogan, shout out to you.
She's still alive.
I don't know. And then people kept telling me I should be a stand-up comedian. Like, I would go on vacation. I was in Cancun. They were like, you should be a comedian. I go to the dentist. They'd be like, you should do comedy. And I was like, but I'm also pretty. I should model. And they were like, oh, no. And then I just was like, I'm going to do it just to say that I've done it at least once. And then I did it, and it went well. All my friends came. It was on my birthday.
Oh. So fast forward, and here you are, and now you're making a living at it.
Yeah.
And you're on this steep upward trajectory.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in a really good place. I have a podcast now. It's called The Unofficial Expert. My best
Oh
friend in
yeah,
comedy.
I've actually listened to a bunch of
Have
those.
you?
Yes, in research
What episodes
preparation.
did you listen to?
I can't remember.
She lying.
No. Do you
And
have
you're like,
guests?
Yeah, so we talk to people who think they're experts at things you don't need skills for.
Right.
So we had like a tall expert. We had
tall?
just the tallest person we know. We were like, you should be our expert.
Can I be on as the shortest person?
How tall are you?
4'10" and
Oh,
half.
you.
so you're a person with no issues. Very
No
well
issues.
Very well adjusted. So then how is it that you can be a comedian? Because all comedians are kind of fucked up.
I feel like the more I do comedy, the more issues I develop. And it's not even really comedy that's creating the issues. It's Instagram. Let's talk about it. Well, because it's so easy to compare yourself
It is.
to the people
it's
that
so toxic.
are your peers
Yeah.
or the people that look like you. I think too that like people like to make announcements on social media and they're not actually doing anything.
Yeah.
You should make more moves and less announcements. That's what I think. But I did post photos.
Well, of
the
course,
stuff
me
that we
too.
did
I mean,
together.
I always post.
I need people to know that I'm out here doing
because this
things.
is action. Yeah.
Several boomerangs of the
Muscles
muscles.
opening. Do you have any dessert in the house? You got anything? Oh, look at that.
Look at God.
Oh, look, this is sort of melty. Was somebody sitting on these or
Somebody
something?
had that in their butt.
Nice. I would have saved this little piece of foil when I was little for doing crafts.
Oh, that's why you were bullied, because you did crafts.
Yeah, by kids like you.
People tell me I have an evil laugh.
You would have bullied the shit out of me, and I would have been really scared of you. I got picked on a lot, and you know.
Me too.
just-
All of those things is my truth too.
what can I tell you? We both suffered.
Yeah, but I was skinny. Like I was. I was really, really skinny.
Oh, like picked on skinny,
Yeah.
where I was picked on fat. Marie Faustin, amazing.
Erica Wides. My tiny, skinny Erica Wides.
We don't need to bring that up again. Thank you so much for inviting us into Chez Marie.
Thank you for coming to my house and
you
leaving your
for
shoes on.
Having us. Oh, you didn't say no shoes. No one told me.
Well, I gotta clean anyway.
Well, I
so.
can't cook barefoot. Cheers.
Soggy cheers.
Ew.
Take care of her. That's my child. Okay, bye. Oh, he was looking at me? About to date a bus driver.